Let's see then. Is it live? I wonder why that's the image that's pulling up. Alright. Yeah, it looks like it is up. Gonna want to unmute this because I'm not sure if it was something I did in my settings, but suddenly it seemed like the volume wasn't picking up anything, so do a little bit there. Yeah, so if you missed the last two streams, I killed Priscilla. Like, there was a lot that I wound up doing. Though I wound up having to basically quit because an edible I took was way too high in terms of, like, its potency. Like, I was just expecting, like, for, like, a little micro dose, you know, just, like, that way it'd be all zen and stuff like that. But I got to be around Andre and, like, just trying to think about all the stuff that I was going to be needing to do to be able to grind up to fight ONS. And then it was just like, yeah, no, this isn't good. Feel like I'm tripping balls. And, like, yeah, it's a similar thing with, like, drinking where you know your limit. And, like, you know, I could have a few beers, maybe like a couple shots of something if I'm feeling so inclined. Like, I'm a lightweight when it comes down to that kind of stuff. I'm an even lighter weight when it comes down to that wacko tobacco, that sticky icky, that green kush. Yeah, so, like, I was expecting, like, a microdose, but, like, it must have been, like, a full-on dose of, like, I don't know, I just was not in a good place to be mentally. Like, I can't play this game right now. I'm not in a good spot, and, like, it wound up actually being the shortest stream I've ever done, like, when it actually wound up hitting, and it would have just been part of the previous stream if my bank hadn't called me. But yeah, today's goals are I'm going to be trying to get to the Gravelord Covenant, because even though I'm doing bow only for, like, the run, at the same time, I'm not going to ignore blatant exploits that I could use to gain experience. Like, that's how I buy arrows, that's how I level up. And right now I'm just under leveled and need myself something to be able to give me a bit of a boost. So if anyone later on down the line is just like, oh, technically you did cheat. Well, like, other people abuse the red dragon in order to get level ups. I don't see how me using one of the oldest farming methods in FromSoft game history, like, I don't see how that's any different. Alright, apparently they programmed these guys with a sight's distance. Like, I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, I never knew that. Oh my god, I died to these guys so many times in other runs. Just like this one in particular. I didn't realize that they had a sight range. They don't got no eyes. Yeah, so pretty much if I do decide to like take another edible today, I'm probably only going to take like half of what I took because like I just wound up being in a bad space mentally. I wound up going upstairs and got a bottle of water that was like cold from the fridge. I basically brought it down to my bedroom and just was like spooning it for a little bit on my little wicker love seat. Put on some One Piece and just like. Of course, I watched the dubbed One Piece just because like. I didn't want to be going through like, oh my god, like. I want to watch, but like. I gotta know what they're saying. Yeah, and when I started to just begin to come down from it, but like I still recognize that like, yeah, no, I'm not right up here. Got invited to go to my younger cousin's baseball game, and like he wound up doing pretty well. He hit the ball a few times, but every time it looked like he was about to maybe be able to go running, the other team just have to be able to catch it, which was crazy. Like his team, they were able to score plenty of times, but only with him. Anytime he tried something was when they seemed to be able to just catch it. Not sure what's taking it so long. I don't think I've done anything that would prevent me from entering the Gravelord Covenant. Oh, there we are. I was about to say, like, is there something else that's supposed to be going on? Just gotta be in there long enough, apparently, for your character to take a nap. Get fucked, He-Man. But yeah, if I get shit later on down the line for using a method of soul farming that didn't include the bow, like people could just be like, "Oh, you're not going bow only." I mean, but I really am. You'd also have to point out, like, "Oh my god, you shield poked a Silver Knight that one time," or there were instances where you just got frustrated because things were turtling and you tried backstabbing them with your fist and instead you just punched them in the face repeatedly until your stamina broke them and then you shot them in the face with an arrow out of pettiness. Let's see now. I think I need 4 Demon Titanite to level it up one more time, so I'll just check to see how many of those I have. Alright, let's see now. Alright. So those are just right up on a few spots I could get Demon Titanites. Because I do want to upgrade my bow one more time before I attempt the Ornstein and Smough fight. But first, gotta grind. When I make the actual fucking video, it's going to be more like how I beat Dark Souls 1 as an archer, not bow only. I'm going to want to at least grind my character up to level 65. So, I believe when I checked my level I was 49. Alright. Not that many levels are needed. What I'm hoping I don't wind up having to do is go after Sif, just because, like, I do want to get the animation that's super depressing where Sif sniffs your hand after you have him help you beat Manus. Like, I've seen people use that animation. There was a GIF online that I use all the time of somebody dressed up in the armor of Artorias getting that sad moment with Sif, but, like, I never gotten that moment. So, like, that feels so satisfying. Just being able to 2-tap him and get 500 souls. Meanwhile, I gotta go repeatedly against the snake people, dealing roughly a third of the damage that I do per arrow shot. Yet somehow also getting 500 souls. Sorry, I just never get sick of that animation. Fuck are you, a giant knight? You know what? While I'm over here and there are easily cheese... Wait a minute, did I... Oh wait, yeah, no, I did open that chest. But yeah, I'll just take out these easily cheesable knights since I'm focusing on leveling up right now. Since I'm on my way to the painted world, like I don't see it being that big of a deal. Oh shit. Man, part of me knows that I should have saved killing Gwendolyn for much later. Like, after doing some grinding on those giants, like... The whole reason I'm doing this thing, which is technically cheating on my run, is because of my own incompetence. Like, I'll full on admit that. But I was focusing more on power and, like, I'm able to do a decent amount to Ornstein and Smough, and, like, that's the most painful part about it. But maybe if I put some levels into endurance and then buy the giant's armor. High poise, high damage absorption. I'm gonna quickly rest at the spot right outside of the Gwendolyn boss room. While I'm doing that, I'm going to check my subscriber count. 599. Damn, I'm getting close to 600. What I don't like is that after I got to 500 subscribers just 2 days after this policy change for YouTube, where it was no longer like 500 subscribers, you could start getting monetized. Which, you know, it sucks, and then, like, I gotta rack in double the amount of views for my shorts. Like, actually, I need to get triple the amount. Which, you know, it's whatever. I'm just glad that I'm not the type of person where it's like, I'll just clickbait people. What you get in the thumbnail is literally directly from the video, or like, the title is never misleading. I don't know. Though this morning waking up and seeing that I was 2 away from 600, like, I don't know what bothered me more. When I went to bed, losing 1 subscriber, that's like nothing. But, like, the fact that it was 2 for whatever reason just, I don't know. it somehow felt disrespectful. Like, man, I'm being slighted by my own community. They're screwing me out of just one subscriber. Like, 99, that's whatever. But, like, the fact that it was just 208, it just bothered me for whatever reason. Yeah, and if any of you call me a cheater for doing this, I apologize. My bow only run is officially no longer just bow only. I have brought dishonor to myself. I brought dishonor to my cow. I brought dishonor to my grandma. If I wind up like. Heck, so far it's only me watching it just because, like, if I get to 10 people, I will tell my grandma that I have dishonored her and her non existent cow by breaking the rules of running a bow only run by utilizing a grinding method to be able to farm for souls. I truly am a horrid human being. Part of me did want to do this off of camera, but tripping balls just was not doing me any good. Just shy. Man, when I was down there, I should have gone into the Tomb of the Giants just so that I can get the Silver Serpent Ring. Regardless, doing this grinding to get myself to 65, my bow should finally start to be able to do enough damage to where it doesn't feel like I'm just hitting them with a pea shooter. And I really don't want to go after Sif until after I've defeated Ornstein. I really want that animation. I really want the depression to hit me hard. I mean, it always does with Sif because, like, I don't like the fact that I gotta kill a dog. Maybe I should shift into the giants. Not the giant, but the stone armor. Definitely glad that yesterday I decided to stop streaming just because, like, I realized that that edible I took was a lot higher dosage. I would have been having the worst time just tripping balls and doing this stuff. I couldn't even play Skyrim and smoke weed, let alone deal with all this shit. This would have just been a terrible time. I literally talked about switching into the stone armor, and instead I just wound up avoiding what I said for myself. Let's see. Stone armor for maximum poise. I'll keep on the Mask of the Mother. Oh, no, I didn't mean to cast. Guess that'll just happen regardless. Let's see then. I wonder. I wonder if it'll increase the damage. Like, I am just grinding right now. But being able to just one-tap them and then being able to recircle myself. Alright, that doesn't really change anything. Alrighty then, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to, since I said my aim is level 65, get my faith up to 30, and then pump those points into, let's see, you know, I will pump them into vitality because, like, phase 2, like, I'm struggling super hard against Super Smo, so, you know, I might switch up my strategy and go Super Ornstein. Personally, I'd rather have Smo's armor, but it is what it is. It's not like I don't have other high defense armor. Before there was chicken, there was the phalanx. Did not mean to roll. Oh, welcome. Yeah, every now and again I gotta glance at my phone and see if it's more than just me watching it. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to do some level grinding in the old-fashioned way. Pre-Elden Ring, there was the Phalanx, which is right here. And there's like multiple spells that do something similar. This one is just the easiest to get your hands on, being the one you get from joining the Gravelord Covenant. And they left. I think they heard me say that I was doing grinding. Like they were just like, nope, 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 nope. I come here to watch somebody suffer. Alright, first death of the stream. Which means, obviously, I have to strip naked now. You know what? I'd consider that amount of souls to be worthy enough for me to be able to put clothes back on as soon as I rest at the bonfire. That seems like a clothes-worthy moment. Come on, RNGesus, I'm praying to you. Alright, welcome, hey. How are you doing today? Sorry, I just saw that somebody new joined the group. Well, oh, 2 new people, alright. Yeah, since Ornstein and Smo was causing me a lot of trouble with my bow-only run, and I kind of killed a lot of the stuff that people use as exploits for being able to grind up souls. Instead, I'm doing the old-fashioned phalanx grind. Like before, there was Elden Ring and the chicken that you could just get to commit suicide. There was the phalanx. So, using it to grind levels, I don't feel like it's too breaking for the run, given that other people use other exploits to farm souls. Like, I don't know. I might be called a cheater when I take, like, bits and pieces of these streams and actually make, like, a full-on dedicated video. Like, I'll even call myself a hypocrite and a liar for using this stuff. Like, I recognize that this does break the spirit of a bow-only run, but I need to grind up levels, and because I need souls for arrows and then souls for level up, like, obviously there had to be something I had to do to be able to mitigate that, and using this exploit I don't think is like as bad as doing other things, like I don't know. I could just as easily have gotten my hands on like a soul clump and used the soul clump glitch to be able to just make my character just like super high level. And I think that using this instead is a lot better than just, oh yeah, I got my hands on a soul clump and then I used a glitch to duplicate it 999 times and I'm going at them 200 levels over leveled. with a maxed out weapon. Like, I just as easily could do that, but I'd rather do something where, like, at least feels like I'm putting in some work. I'm going to die right here just because of... Nope, okay. I was about to say I'm going to die just because the game's boxes for them is actually bigger than what the actual model entails. Alright, not much farther till my next level up. And instead of leveling up, I think I'm going to actually run to Anor Londo and make my way to the Gwyndolin bonfire. Then from the Gwyndolin bonfire, make my way to the giant blacksmith so that I can buy a bunch of moonlight arrows. Alright. Oh, hello to you too. How's your day going? Hold on a sec. No, this isn't DLC. In Dark Souls 1, this is an entire secret area. You have to go to the start of the game again by going through... Essentially, you gotta climb up Firelink Shrine. There's a nest. You take the nest, you go back to the starting area. There's gonna be a Black Knight that's gonna be protecting a peculiar doll. It isn't until Dark Souls 2 and 3 where there's a snow DLC. This was just kind of like a hidden area that was included inside of the base game. That was the entirety of the basis of Dark Souls 3's Ashes of Ariandel DLC. Yeah, no, I'm nowhere near the DLC. In order to access the DLC, I will have to get the peculiar... Not the peculiar doll, but there's a item that's similar to that. Which... Actually, I think it is the peculiar doll. It's some other... Oh, hold on. You missed the area? Yeah. Like, I could briefly... Like... Yeah, you know the elevator that you take to be able to get the shortcut from the first Bell of Awakening? You kind of roll off sideways on that because there's like a ledge, but then there's like a hole on like the left side. You take that, you basically climb up Firelink, and there'll be a nest, like, you know, that giant bird that brings you? Yeah, that nest... It'll be able to have you curl up into an egg, and it'll just carry you on to the very beginning of the game. And in the cell where your character starts the game is where you get the item to access the painted world. But yeah, I'm trying to mainly do this as like an archery only run, but I'm obviously using other methods for like stuff like grinding. As long as like I'm mainly using the bow for my main type of damage, I don't think that I'll get too much flag for that. Like, oh my god, you grinded using a miracle. How dare you? Or like instances where I got tired of people, well, NPCs turtling, so I just kind of went around them and punched them in the back. Oh, they left. Oh. Damn it. Nope. I did not mean to aggro you, buddy. I meant to kill your other buddy. Yeah, hello to you too. How you doing? You know, people constantly talk about how difficult Dark Souls is. Archery playstyle might just be the best playstyle because there are so many points that you could just cheese. Well, it's because I'm doing it so that. Okay, so I'm not quite sure yet how to have it set up to where I can both have like the full chat bar. So like I just kind of have it windowed so that I can see that there's chat on the side through OBS. That way I know when to look at my phone when people actually leave comments. Because otherwise it would just be full screen, or I'd be having to play through OBS with like a 1 second delay. So it'd be like me having to predict the AI. I don't have like a full setup like what I'd want to have. So for right now, this is what I'm doing just so that I can be able to respond to comments. I got the chat window to the side here so that I can see it first show up on my screen, and then like, oh, I just got to look to my right in order to be able to read what people are saying. Yeah, once I have like an actual setup, I won't be doing it like this, but for the time being, like, given what the run is, and like, it's mainly just so that I have like a live audience. That way I can also have something to interact with. That way it's like, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, though will admit that I haven't been able to fully be an archer this entire build. There have been points where I got frustrated with them turtling against me, and I took down my bow and straight up went at them with my D&D first level monk fists. in terms of just how little damage I was doing, hitting them for them single digit points of damage. Then there also was a case where I also regrettably was not able to bait a Silver Knight into just coming to attack me with a lunging attack. So I made the unfortunate decision to use a shield. You already went for the boss? Yeah, I've gone for Ornstein and Smough a few times. And but yeah, no, there was a Silver Knight that literally I could not get to just do his lunge attack to fall off the edge, so I just hit him a few times with a shield to kind of push him off a little bit. I've mainly been grinding for levels and grinding for this. That's been the main focus of this stream. I'm hopefully going to be able to kill Ornstein and Smough. I don't think I have any humanity, so I can't even go for Solaire. But for the time being, I'd at least like to be able to get what I need in terms of arrows. And I'm only two... Hold on. Yeah, I'm only 2 Demon Titanites away from being able to max out this bow. Why am I hearing a phone dial? Oh. That's why it was coming from upstairs. Same way I've killed every other boss with bow and arrows. By shooting them. Wait. Did the game just lagged for a second, so I thought that maybe it was going to crash. I think this is one of the safe spots where I won't get hit by a great arrow. I say that and then I immediately get hit with a great arrow. Wow. Wait, I have a twin humanity, but if I go to reverse my hallowing, everyone will wind up respawning. It's not the hardest way possible. I mean, I made it this far as an archer. No, I've played through the game a couple times before, on Xbox, and this is my first time, obviously I'm summoning NPCs and stuff like that, but I'm not summoning other actual players. I've played through the game on my Xbox. This is just on a laptop. And there are a couple of things I wish I could have done better for this bow-only run that, are just kind of me learning as I'm going. Obviously, if I were to try to repeat some of the stuff that I've been doing, Wait. Sweet spot, yes! Damn it! Probably would help if I equipped the Hawk Ring to just do more damage. I'm such a fucking idiot. I wish Dark Souls 1 had something like the Flynn's Ring, where it's where your equip load is less and it just deals more damage. Yeah, I'm deliberately using a bow. And, like, I know that there's a couple of other items I can get around here that... Oh, jeez. Went to scratch my nose and must have popped like a pimple or something. Hmm. Okay, then. I'm considering... Follow. Okay, then. So if I go back this way, I know that there's going to be a Titanite demon... Lortrek? Oh, no, I killed him for the Ring of Favor. Yeah, that's how I got it. He was actually probably one of the easiest enemies to kill with a bow. Just because there was countless times where, like, I'd hit him and then he'd, like, dodge back, and then try to defend, and then, like, I'm not sure if it was just that the AI was incredibly dumb, but, like, because he kept on, instead of trying to get closer to me, I was just able to cheese the shit out of him. But yeah, I'm going to be switching to some heavy arrows. I think there's a Titanite demon in this room, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let's see now. No. Need to switch my armor up. Was wearing it just so that I could be able to tank some blows from some hardier enemies. Realized I didn't switch that off. Let's see then. I think if I go up the stairs, there'll be a spot where I'll have a better vantage for taking him on. Yeah, alright, just gotta land the jump. Nope, okay then. It's almost the exact same as doing the skip for this area. At least this time I don't have a Silver Knight chasing me down. Oh, what? You're talking about the one over there that's a mimic, I believe? Drops gold coins. Yeah, I'm trying to even jump up here. Yep, okay then. Alright. Yeah, I think it's a mimic. Just gotta... Yeah, I could have sworn that there was like a room that was supposed to be above it where you could just snipe it. Alright. Yeah, gold coin. think this one is also a mimic, if I'm not mistaken. Does suck that I won't be able to get roughly the same amount of yield in terms of like souls for potential level up, because I was using the Moonlight Arrows and they do cost 500 souls. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. And you know what? I will be able to cash in on these coins. So, like, I don't feel too bad about it. Alright, maybe this is the room I was thinking about. But, oh yeah, this is... Wait, shit! I completely forgot that there was a Silver Knight in here. Does suck not being able to backstab or any of that stuff. And the fact that running this playstyle more often than not, enemies will just wind up turtling. Alright, this is Zweihander. That's a pretty good weapon. Classic favorite of the FromSoft community. You planning on going straight Giant Dad or not? Personally, when I killed Pinwheel, I was hoping that I'd get the Mask of the Sun for the stamina regeneration. But instead I got the Mask of the Mother, so you know, having a slight boost to my health, like, is a bit fun. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The Zweihander is like a pretty good weapon, especially if you get like a Chaos Infusement on it. And there are other things I could do, like I could go for like... Power Within. Like, I'd have to pick it up from Blighttown because I used the Master Key Blighttown skip. But I could have gone and gotten that. That way I could do more damage, and then, like, Red Tearstone Ring. But then it would be me more or less focusing on trying to run a no-hit run. Oh, you got the Mother's Mask? Well, after you kill Gravelord Nito, Patches will wind up moving to Firelink Shrine. And what he'll do is, like, he'll sell Cleric's Clothes, but he'll also sell you, like, an infinite bit of, like, all the other masks. So, like, the Mask of the Mother, Mask of the Sun. Like, you'll be able to buy any of them that you don't have. Oh shit, I was too close. I was too close. I'm sorry, my friend. We cool? We cool, my friend? We're cool, my friend. Yeah, I get that. It is by far the worst play style when it comes down to just entertainment. I guess I mainly was just streaming it just so that, like, when I can do, like, a full composite, like, video, I'd at least have had an audience along the way. Because I don't imagine that me standing perfectly still and exploiting how dumb the AI can be is the most entertaining thing in the world. Wait, door's over here. Why? I don't know. Go beat Ornstein and Smo. I'll do that in a second. Firstly, I want to take out the Titanite demon, and then there's another. And then there's going to be like a chest in here where I'm able to pick out more demon Titanite shards because I got the Dark Moon bow, and I'm trying to upgrade it to maximum before I go and attempt them again. Or at least at a minimum, try not to lose out on all of these souls that I just lost. Trying to... Alright. See then. Okay then, there's the Silver Knight. Do I have the Dragon Slayer bow? No, I don't, but that requires a much larger amount of strength. You know what? While I'm here, Yeah, I got cheesed again. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to max out this spot right here. Yeah, and like me getting cheese, like that's just part of running the bow only style because like the easiest thing that they could do to just completely obliterate me is raise up a shield. So yeah, I'm going to switch this out for a Homeward Bone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back, pick up my souls, Homeward Bone, go back, pick up Solaire, buy a shit ton of Moonlight arrows, and go for ONS. And that is just the game plan. And since I did kill the Dark Sun Gwendolyn, the Firekeeper and that other bonfire, which is a lot closer to ONS, is just something that I have no access to anymore. Oh. Thought it sounded like a giant was heading my way for a second. I don't want to waste all of my Dark Moon arrows, which is why I'm switching to these ones. They're still expensive, but like, could be worse. They do roughly a third of the damage, but at the same time they cost a tenth as much as those other arrows. So yeah, like killing one of those giants winds up netting me enough to be able to get 5 Dark Moon arrows. Oh, determination and just running through Sen's Fortress like an absolute coward. Like, I didn't even bother trying to fight the enemies once I got like some of the fog doors open. It was literally just me running, just trying to get past them. Every now and again I'd get like a clump of 500 souls by killing snake people. And then like any sort of skip, that way I didn't wind up being... There we are. Alright, over this way. Homeward Bone. Ha! Fuck you, Silver Knight. I also did a bit of research before I did my run, so it's not like I went in here completely like dry, uninformed on how other people have run similar playthroughs. Personally, I think that I was dealing with a lot of bullshit in areas of the game where those people just basically breezed through it. And they're just better at the game than me. Like, I can't even deny that. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be coming back for his ass, but there's going to be a couple of things that I'm going to want to do beforehand. Oh, shit. I was like half paying attention to just the comments. So I'm going to want them to de-aggro on me and then make their way back to the point where I could cheese them because, like, yes, the Silver Knight did cheese me, but I also cheese everything. And that is like 10% of what playing the game bow only is. I'm half considering, like, for when I do, like, make it to win eventually, like, I'm thinking I might just get, like, a big bottle of Sunny D. And then just every time I fail to kill him, because I used cheese as a method to kill so many enemies in the game, every time I died to him, I just slap another piece of cheese on me. I don't know, it's like something I'm considering, just like, the cheese failed, so the cheese is getting me. I don't know, might do it just for like a clip. Then again, I don't like wasting food. So it'd be something where it's just like, yes, I can guarantee the clip would be able to get me a lot of views and maybe a lot of likes. Maybe a couple of subscribes. But at the same time, I'd see it as wasteful, and like afterwards, I'd just be like, yeah, I feel like shit. Let's see then. Do headshots do more damage? Alright, 62 and... Nope. Yeah, I'm from the state of Michigan. I more or less just had that because I do live with family members and they've got no sense of boundaries. And I don't really have like a dedicated spot. Like I got a spot where like I film my shorts where it's like right by my fish tank where it's like me with my phone, but like I don't necessarily have like a desk or anything or like a spot where I could dedicate to it. So I just kind of use like this flag like for my own privacy just because I don't want my family members coming in just be like, "Hey, shoot, I never actually said my name on my channel." So I guess I'll just go by Rants. How you doing? And it's just like, "Oh, I'm doing swell. Yep, I'm just taking a number 3. Was really wishing that you would have knocked." So it's like partially for privacy and like if I'm like watching something or if I'm like playing a game, like it was really awkward when the family member came in and I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 and it's that scene where a character was fucking another character and they were wild shaped. I was just like, I didn't know that this was coming, and literally my uncle was stopping by and he was just like, "Hey man, I just see how you," and then like he saw that on my screen, he was just like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Like it's something that I'm into. But yeah, I was doing that on my Xbox. So I don't think there's a way for me to access my Xbox games on a computer, but still. Yeah, where are you from out of curiosity? You just referred to it as the States. You Canadian? I've been seeing on my analytics that I've been getting a lot of British people watching me. And then Australian as well. I think it would be a bit late at night if you were either of those. And like, I too am an enjoyer of burning the midnight oil. But if that's the case and you're like over there, I'd say like maybe getting some sleep might be better. Not sure if like you're still in school or like if you're working a job, working that 9 to 5. Either way, like it's healthier just to be able to get some sleep. After that Silver Knight killed me so many times, just cheesing that one felt so good. No, it's still early. All right. (9:30 p.m.) Okay, then it's like 3:31 in the afternoon where I'm at. Yeah, I'm from the state of Michigan, where you could literally point to your hand and tell people where you've lived. And like what I find crazy because like that is such a normal thing for us to do. Like I sometimes wonder like with Italians because like Italy is shaped like a stiletto boot. If somebody's wearing like a boot, if they also are just like, "Oh, I'm from over here." All right. No, shit, I didn't want to go for Ornstein. Because, like, Smo with his hammer and phase 2, like, getting the stab attack is a lot more detrimental towards my build. And while Ornstein does dodge a bit more, Smo is the bigger threat. Come on now. There we are. What sucks is that hammer. The fact that when he does his charge attack, his hammer is able to block off all projectiles. So it acts like a shield. Alright, Solaire, I just heard you die. Ugh! That hurt. Oh! Yeah, you're able to summon him. He's the only NPC that you can summon because I'm playing Dark Souls 1 and not Dark Souls Remastered on a PC. I'm not able to summon other people because the servers are down for this version of the game. So yeah, normally, preferably, I would like to just be able to summon somebody with a level of intelligence, but since I'm playing this version of the game, that's literally not an option for me. So yeah, you talk about like the Dragon Slayer Great Boat. That's it right over there. Yeah, I'm just going to run past everything and give it one more go. And if I wind up failing, I'm going to call it for the stream today. Feel like I've put in like a decent amount of time. And at least I got like some stuff done. Wouldn't say I got a lot done. But at least I got to level up my character a few times. So that at a minimum is something that like I could just be like, yeah, is an accomplishment. And man, off of rip, I'm getting my ass just pounded. Doesn't help that lock-on is such a massive part of this particular playstyle, and sometimes the lock-on just winds up changing on me without any interest. Yeah, Solaire was tanking for me. But yeah, thank you for keeping me company. But I think I'll call that it for the stream today. Like, probably should start looking into maybe making myself something for dinner. I'll pick this up tomorrow. If you want to join me then, I'd appreciate it. If not, I'm still doing this as a hobby and it's not a career. So, like, me getting any views on these streams is just something I appreciate. Alright. Hope you have yourself a good rest of your night. I'm heading off. Peace.